Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
Hey there guys, Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well, and in this video we're going to be talking about a brand new Star Wars rumor for The Mandalorian Season 3, as a new rumor suggests that a key character from Star Wars Rebels could come to live action in The Mandalorian Season 3 within its coming episodes. That there, of course, being said, we're going to go ahead and hop right on into it, but before we do, yes, this video does include Mandalorian Season 3 spoilers, and I would like to say that no, this is not about Zeb. Of course, Zeb appears in the latest episode of The Mandalorian in live action. I've already discussed him in our breakdown video and also in our reaction video. You guys can check those videos out here now on the channel. Instead, this video is going to maybe talk a little bit about what we saw towards the end of that overall episode there, with seeing Moff Gideon being broken out by what seemingly could be Mandalorians, and how this character could play out into the future episodes of Season 3 of The Mandalorian. That there being said, let's go ahead and jump into it. In this video, we're going to be taking a read from the Direct's article. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. As they read, a notable character from Star Wars Rebels might just make an appearance in the current season of The Mandalorian. Star Wars Rebels, of course, has a lot to like about it. The 4-season animated had lovable characters and compelling plot lines, and also it introduced a vast amount of lore to the Star Wars galaxy, especially during that time period. And so to see certain characters from Rebels have also made the jump to live action, or are confirmed to do so in future projects, Bo-Katan Kryze is a key player on The Mandalorian, and Ahsoka is set to bring back Sabine Wren and Harrison Dulo in her Ahsoka show coming out later this year. The Ahsoka show is going to be the next big live-action Star Wars Disney Plus show after the 3rd season of The Mandalorian, and I heavily believe that the 3rd season of The Mandalorian is doing really quite a bit to help set up for the Ahsoka show and what we'll be seeing in that show. So aside from the Ghost Crew appearing maybe potentially in The Mandalorian Season 3, Star Wars Rebels' FENN RAU is rumored to join The Mandalorian Season 3 and make a live-action entrance into this show. However, do note this isn't the first time that we've discussed this here on the channel. 6+ months ago, we were talking about this rumor of having FENN RAU from Star Wars Rebels being introduced into live action through The Mandalorian Season 3, and furthermore to potentially play some type of role in the Ahsoka show there as well. FENN RAU, the Mandalorian warrior and protector of Concord Dawn, might be a part of The Mandalorian Season 3, according to a new rumor from MakingStarWars.com. And what's even more is that he'll reportedly be played by Kevin McKidd in his live action incarnation. McKidd is the voice actor that had played RAU in 7 episodes of Star Wars Rebels. And so additionally, the actor was apparently spotted on set of The Mandalorian Season 3 last year, lending the credits to this overall rumor here. A little bit more about RAU is that RAU was a veteran of the Clone Wars, and during the Galactic Civil War, the original trilogy, he ended up captured by Phoenix Squadron after he attacked their convoy. He was then apprehended by the Rebels, but eventually agreed to join their cause. So if we're going to be seeing FENN RAU appear in The Mandalorian Season 3, he's more than likely to be, well, a good guy and a part of the New Republic. So where might RAU show up in The Mandalorian? Just going out by the footage shown in Season 3, for one thing, Din Djarin seems to be building an alliance with fellow Mandalorians. And also, as I had mentioned at the beginning of this video, I have a few of different theories I think at that. We now see, in the previous episode of The Mandalorian, that the Armorer has sent Bo-Katan Kryze off to go find other Mandalorians. There's a number of Mandalorians out there. Sabine Wren, Boba Fett, and now FENN RAU, I think could be a potential Mandalorian to be kind of recruited to their cause, especially now that it feels that the Children of Watch is more welcoming to featuring and having more Mandalorians a part of their cause and their overall culture at that, and not necessarily requiring them or forcing them to keep their helmets on at that, for them to kind of just do their own thing. So that's one direction that we could see FENN RAU go, and honestly, in my own thoughts and opinions, probably the most likely option and way to see this character introduced. However, various characters in The Mandalorian armor can be seen in trailers and promos for the series throughout the trailer and marketing and promoting for the show. So might FENN RAU be among them? It's unknown where he ended up after Star Wars Rebels and after the original trilogy, but he was last seen swearing his allegiance to Bo-Katan along with the other Mando clans. Fans now know that Bo-Katan didn't stay in power for long, and her once loyal followers have scattered since then. So with a connection to Bo-Katan firmly established now, it makes a lot of sense that Din Djarin and Bo could have a run-in with FENN RAU at some point during this season. And as I had mentioned, it feels most likely that it would be in the next couple of episodes, seeing that Bo-Katan is off looking and searching for other Mandalorians to bring back home to where they are on Navarro. And so as a different theory, as one that's kind of more far-fetched at that, of course, as we know, FENN RAU joins the Rebels' cause. He's with the Rebels. However, could there be a potential that FENN RAU would be with other Mandalorians and would have been the one to have actually broken Moff Gideon out of the New Republic jail? It feels unlikely, I think, to a point, because he would be for the New Republic and working with the New Republic, and I personally think, as I had mentioned in those reaction videos and in my breakdown videos of the latest episode of The Mandalorian, I have very well do believe that I think that it would be Imperial Mandalorians, Maldalorians, if you will, the same Mandalorians that had worked alongside with Gar Saxon, as we had seen in the Star Wars Rebels animated show. However, as I had mentioned, that's something that feels a little bit more, well, far-fetched, I think, especially if FENN RAU would be for the New Republic and working with the rebellions. And so as the Direct's article finishes out by saying that, as indicated above, these Mando vs. live action series have been bringing in quite a few characters from the animated side of Star Wars, including Bounty Hunter Cad Bane and the aforementioned members of the Ghost Crew, who are more than likely to show up in The Mandalorian Season 3, as we've already had our first look at Zeb, and we'll also see them in the Ahsoka show. Now from there, that is where the article concludes, and as I had mentioned at the beginning of this video, I have this article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. I'm very heavy on the theory and the idea that FENN RAU would actually meet up with Bo-Katan. As I had mentioned, Bo-Katan is out and about looking for other Mandalorians. And so, furthermore, a part of that possibility slash theory, if you will, is that maybe FENN RAU might have joined up with Boba Fett off-screen between the time of the Book of Boba Fett and since The Mandalorian Season 3, there is a potential of maybe FENN RAU met up and found Boba Fett. However, then again, as we do know, is that FENN RAU did work with and for the Empire at one point, and before he had been captured and then to later be freed and then join the cause of the rebellion and of the New Republic, maybe he lies with his old ways and maybe he would go back to the Imperial remnants, potentially and possibly seeing those many flaws within the New Republic system and order, as I had mentioned previously before in our breakdown videos and in other videos here on the channel as well, is that the third season of The Mandalorian, same thing for the Andor show similarly, shows a lot of the different flaws and troubles that the New Republic and the overall rebellion has at that. And so also going forward, I'm very interested to see how and why, and just the overall way of how we see the New Republic fall into the hands and the rise of the First Order, the new Empire. Anyway, of course, I would love to hear all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. What do you guys think about FENN RAU and him appearing in the third season of The Mandalorian? Is he going to be for the New Republic, or maybe lie with the old ways of the Empire? And do you think maybe he could potentially have something to do with breaking Moff Gideon out of the New Republic at that? I would love to hear all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Of course, this has been Unofficial Star Wars. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one, guys. May the Force be with you as always. Peace out.